Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to kind of go over a few updates that I've done since the previous video, and I also want to answer some questions for you guys. The main topic of this video, of course, is we got the engine bay painted on the DR Nova project, so I'm just going to kind of roll in some sped up footage of that happening. May be kind of hard to see out here, but I've got my little light here trying to help you out. But you know, as you can see, the paint turned out awesome. I mean, the whole engine bay here looks really good. All the paint looks nice. It's not shiny. This is the semi-gloss paint that I've been talking about on the group page from Rustoleum. It's the 2X paint, guys. It's like paint and primer in one, and it's made specifically from metal. So, and after the last video, I actually had some comments about how I was going to block off the old coolant passages here when we did the big block heater core. Well, I kind of changed my plan since that video, and as you can see, what I ended up doing is I ended up actually pop riveting the plate that I made in the last video. You can go back on the last video and see how I made this plate, but the old heater core lines for the small block, they actually came out here and here, and I needed to block that off. So I made a template out of construction paper or poster board, I think is what it was, and yeah, so then I transferred it over to sheet metal. And what I did was I took my sheet metal, I went ahead and put sealant. I actually used gasket maker black. So I put that on it, put it here, drilled holes, ran pop rivets. Then we bolted our new heater box around the outside of it. So yeah, it's nice and secure, and honestly, it looks pretty good there. So I was really happy with how that turned out, really happy with how the paint turned out. Now, the only, oh, you coming to see me, Chester? Hey, buddy. The only thing that I did not paint yet is the inner fender well on this side, and that was because, oh, sorry, I'm tripping over my Husky there. That was because there was just a lot of rust here, and I still need to cut these fender bolts out and this piece of rusted outer fender. We are going to be replacing this fender eventually, but so what I'm going to do is with this inner fender, I'm going to clean it up real good and get those bolts out. I will just paint it separately and then bolt it in. But everything else is done in here. And yeah, I can't say it enough, guys. It turned out really good, really good. I have no idea what someone did back here. That was not me. I think they were trying to clearance it for a HEI distributor or something, and it looks like they just beat the hell out of the firewall with a hammer. But you know, this ain't a show car, guys. This is just going to be a daily driver. So the whole purpose of this exercise was to get a nice clean engine bay, something that looked, you know, kind of factory. So once we get this guy shoved in there, you know, it'll just be all nice and clean looking. Not going to win any shows, but not going to get all greasy when we work on it. Now, I wanted to answer just a few questions that have been floating around on the group page and in the comment section. And one of them, Kelly Shaw, if you're watching this, I was trying to explain why I was, you know, what I was going to have to do to these spark plug wires. So here's the problem I have, guys. All these spark plug wires work great with the new headers, except for these back two on the driver's side. And this is why. If you look at our header, our number 3 primary here, instead of coming down and merging, it actually comes up and over and around the other two. And I think that is that way to clear our power steering box here. So, Chester, hey, what are you doing over there? Go back in the house, buddy. Oh, don't look all sad. Go. Go on. Sorry about that. Chester starts sniffing around out here, and it makes me think he's going to piss on something. But anyway, so the problem I have is when these headers are on, these wires, because I've got these 135-degree boots, and this is the first set of headers, turbo manifolds, anything that I have found. I want to say that I've not been able to use these 135-degree boots with. But the reason is, when you put them on the plugs, you can see how they push out. Well, what they end up doing is pushing out and just smashing right up against this number 3 primary that loops over the top here. So what I need to do is, first, I need to shorten them. If I shorten them, you know, then they're gonna ride closer like that. But that's still not good enough. Even if I shorten them, they're probably still going to be touching this outer tube. So what I also need is some 90-degree boots for these two wires. So instead of the wires trying to come out, they'll just come straight up, you know, and then the actual wire would only be like that long. So that's the reason I'm needing to do that, guys, because it's going to hit on the header. And I mean, I could just tighten it really short to where, you know, when it's on here where it pulls it, but then that's going to pull down on this coil, on the coil end too, and make it more prone to like vibrate and, you know, like pop loose or something. So we don't want that, especially since this isn't my car. So I think the problem is Taylor does not sell this style of boot individually. So I would actually have to either buy another set of wires that had 90-degree boots and bastardize them, or I would have to like buy these make your own wire kits. And anyway, guys, it just drives the price through the roof. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make these boots work. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shorten the wire, you know, cut them off probably about right here, bring it down. That'll shorten the wire. And then I think what I'm going to do is, you know, we've got these extra bolt holes here above the header bolts. So I think I may make like a bracket that goes between this bolt and this bolt, and kind of, you know, we'll hold these wires up against the block or against the head. Not right against it, but really close to it like that. So that's my plan for that. Unless one of you guys has a set of old Taylor wires with this type of end on it, but 90-degree instead of a 135-degree. If you do, hit me up, man. Like, I'll pay you for them. You don't have to just send them to me. I will pay you for them. I want everything to match, guys. That's the thing. I mean, I could go right now to the auto parts store and just get a couple black 90-degree boots and do this, but I want all this to match because well, it's not my car, not my engine. I want it to look good. So now this video is not very well organized. I'm sorry for that, but I actually have plans later tonight, and I might tell you about them here in a minute. I don't know if I should yet. I don't know. I'll tell you here in a minute. But what I want to do right now is I want to thank you guys, because it was about a week and a half ago I had a live feed. On that live feed, I was talking about I'd like to buy a welder. As a matter of fact, you know, I'd already bought this welding helmet here, put my little sticker on it and everything. And I was looking for a welder, but I was like, yeah, I've got to save up some money. I did not tell you guys to do it, but a bunch of you started just donating money on the live feed. And now I want to say right now, I really wish you guys wouldn't do that. I don't want you to do that. Like, if you want to donate to the channel, you know, click on the merchandise link in the description of the videos, buy you a t-shirt, or you know, hit me up for some decals, something like that. I don't want you to just send me money. It makes me feel bad, guys. It really does. And it makes me feel so bad that I was like, okay, well, all these people sent me money, so now I have no choice. I have to go buy a fucking welder. So I actually found on Craigslist a 170 amp. It was one of the Harbor Freight. It does MIG and flux core. I found one on Craigslist for $100, and I was like, wow, that's cool. So went and checked it out and ended up buying it. Here it is, guys, over in the deep dark corner of the garage. But you can see this is this isn't the little flux core. This is the 220 volt 170 amp. It does flux and MIG. Like I said, I paid $100 for this, and normal price on these is about $189 or something like that. Usually you can get a coupon to get them for like $160, but you know, I ended up getting it for $100, and I know nothing about welding, guys, and that's why I just wanted something cheap to play with and kind of learn on. So what I did is I came home, and the first thing I realized is the plug on this welder does not fit. The only 220 plug I have in my garage is for the dryer over there. So this comes with some kind of weird European style plug or something. Like, nobody has it in their fucking garage as far as I know. So what I did is I went to Lowe's and I bought a dryer core plug, or dryer core. I bought a dryer plug and cord that matches my receptacle here, so you can see that. So I ended up wiring that up. Now the problem is it's only a 6-foot cord, and since my dryer is way over here in the corner of the garage, the receptacle is actually way back here in the back corner, and you can see the car and everything is way the freak over there. So I was only able to bring the welder out to like right here to play with it, but I had a little piece of pipe, and you know, once I got it all wired up, I was, you know, trying to, mainly trying to verify that the freaking machine worked, you know, because I just paid somebody $100 for it. Well, I was down there just trying to run beads of flux, because I still don't have a argon cylinder or, you know, the valves for that. So I was trying to run a bead of flux, and it wouldn't even, like, not only was it not penetrating, like, it wasn't even sticking to the metal at all. And I was playing with different settings, and I finally got it to start kind of burning into the metal a little bit. But I could take a hammer and just knock it off. It was pretty much just puddling on top of the metal. And I was like, great, I just bought a welder. It's fucked up. And then I decided to check. So I opened it up, and I looked in here. And apparently, the person I bought this from was actually MIGging with it, not doing flux core with it, because it's got a roll of MIG wire in it, like 030 Vulcan MIG wire. So I was like, well, shit. So, you know, I went on the internet and I was like, hey guys, you know, this is what it's doing. And then I was like, well, I just found out that it had a roll of MIG wire in it. And they're like, yeah, that'll cause that. So what I did is I went back to Harbor Freight, and first off, I bought this little cart. I had a coupon to get this welding cart for $30. So I bought me a welding cart, and I also bought a spool of 035 flux core wire. So I haven't had a chance to test this thing out since I bought that, because in order for me to plug it in, I have to pull my washing machine out, pull my dryer out, And like I said, pretty much right here is as far as I can pull the thing. So I'm probably not going to mess with it until I get a longer cord for it. But I just wanted to tell you guys, once again, thank you for the donations. I did end up, well, I mean, I chipped in too, because I think we got like $40 that you guys donated. And then, you know, YouTube takes half of that, which is another reason why you're better off, you know, supporting the channel by just buying a shirt than donating. Because YouTube, when you make a donation on YouTube like that, they literally take like 40% of it, guys. So, you know, if you donate $10, like several of you donated $10 the other night, I get like $6 of that. So my profit margin, well, actually that's still better than if you buy a shirt, but at least if you buy a shirt, you get something in return, and I don't feel like a charity case. But anyway, I wanted you to know that the money you donated, I chipped in a little with it. We did get a welding machine. As soon as I get a longer cord and get the little welding cart put together here where I can move this thing around, because it's fucking heavy, you know, I'm going to start practicing with that. Mainly the only reason I want this is to tack stuff together. I do have a cousin that's in, well, like everyone in my family, he's in the sheet metal union. He does TIG, so I don't have to be able to actually weld everything up, guys. But what I do need to do is be able to like tack things together, like in the engine bay or whatever, especially on the build that's coming up. I want to be able to just tack stuff together and then be able to throw it in the truck, take it to my cousin, and you know, let him do all the finish welding on it. Now, as I get more comfortable, I may buy a better machine, and you know, I may start doing more of the finish welding myself, because in the projects I've got coming up, it really doesn't have to look pretty. It's just got a seal, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, I also wanted to say, for those of you who've been messaging me in the comments on Facebook, I do finally have more stickers in. They actually came in today. And once again, the price is $5 for the 5-inch, $3 for the 3-inch. So you guys that have been hitting me up since we sold out of the first batch, I do have some in now. Get them while you can. I don't know how long they're going to last. If the last batch was any indication, these suckers will be gone in like a week. So all you got to do is send me an email to the Bad Luck Garage email. The address is in the description of every video, guys. Just send me an email, tell me your name, address, what size you want, how many sizes, and what I'll do is I will send you a PayPal invoice to that to your email address, and as soon as you pay me, I will ship the stickers out. Now, on that note, I do want to say Teespring, which is who handles all my t-shirts, my apparel, as you reach different tiers, like as you sell so much apparel, you reach different tiers where they offer you more products. Well, I just reached a tier the other day because apparently a bunch of you guys decided to buy shirts last week. So, oh, and thank you for that, by the way. I guess I should say thank you. But I just reached another tier, and now they're telling me they can make these stickers. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to start having Teespring handle the decals. Now, there's a catch to this, guys. Teespring charges a lot more to make these decals than the company I'm currently using. So my profits go in the shitter, and all I'm going to have available once I do this is the 5-inch decal. So I'm still kind of rolling it around in my head if I want to do it that way. It, you know, it'd be nice instead of me having to worry about packaging and shipping and everything. It'd be nice if you guys could just click on a link like you do with the t-shirts, you know, buy the decal and they ship them to you. But I'm not sure about the quality of them. So what I might do is go ahead, have one made, have them send it to me. If it's the same quality as the ones that I've been selling you guys, then I'm going to go ahead and switch over. The price will probably go up about 50 cents on the 5-inch decals. And like I said, I won't have, because here's the thing, guys. If I have them, they're going to charge, I'm just going to be upfront with you guys, they're going to charge $3.50 to make a decal. So it doesn't really make sense for me to have them make the 3-inch decal, because if I do that, then even if I would have to jack the price up at least 50 cents, and even then I wouldn't make a penny on it, guys. Not one single penny. And then I don't know if they charge shipping on top of that. So I would end up having to charge you like $1 more for a decal, and it wouldn't help the channel whatsoever. I mean, as far as monetarily. So even the 5-inch decals, you know, I'm going to end up making what, like $1 off of them or something. So I don't know, guys. I'm thinking about it, but I haven't made a decision. But for now, if you want the decals, like I said, just click on the email address, send me your name, your email address, your home address, or where you want them shipped to, and you know, which ones you want. I'll shoot you a invoice. As I said earlier, this video is a little disorganized because I'm kind of in a hurry. So what I got going on, guys, is there is a cash days happening late tonight. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get this video edited and uploaded because I've only got a couple hours till the event, and it's out of town. It's not in Knoxville. It's I'm going to say it's in Mexico, but I can say it is not in Knoxville. I am going to have to travel a little bit, but I'm going to go out there, and as long as everybody's cool with it, I'm going to try to get some footage for you guys. So hopefully you'll be seeing that in an upcoming video. But that being said, I need to wrap this up, get in here, try to edit this video. So if you like this video, or you want to keep up with this project, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out some of the other playlists too, guys. Check out the Corvette, or the if you guys don't know about the old Turbo C10 that I built a year ago, you can check that playlist out too. But for now, get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you guys next time here on Bad Luck Garage.